After diving with mantas in Raja Ampat and chasing waterfalls in East Java, we finally made it to Bali. The island that everybody dreams about. The name alone brings to mind rice fields, temples, tropical vibes, and maybe just a little bit of Instagram envy. If you haven't seen our epic journeys through Raja Ampat or East Java yet, check the links in the description. Totally worth it.
Good morning, Kalimera, and welcome to the third episode of the Indonesian series. Last night we got to Ubud, Bali. We got a very cheap room for €22 for 3 days. The lady who is here was very kind, brought us some coffee and some fruit. And soon we'll go and start exploring the area. It's my first time in Bali. Barbara has been here before. We will see what Ubud has to offer for the 2 days we will be here before going to Nusa Penida and then heading back home.
Upon leaving the room, I realized that this was my first encounter with Bali. Everywhere you look, statues wrapped in cloth, temple gates carved like myths, and tiny offerings left at doorsteps and crossroads. A blend of beauty and devotion woven into daily life. The scent of incense follows you down the street. One moment you're passing a peaceful shrine, the next you're dodging scooters in crazy traffic that somehow just flows. It's overwhelming at first. The colors, the sounds, the movement, but there's something hypnotic about it. This is Bali, not the Instagram version, the real one. From our room, we walk to the beginning of Kampuhan Ridge Walk, a narrow path through waves of green. Just a short walk from Ubud center, the trail goes for about 2 kilometers. Our first walk in Ubud is the Kampuhan Ridge Walk. We will see some beautiful sceneries, I guess, and at the end maybe there is a cafe where we'll stop to have a coffee. I ordered a banana pancake with chocolate and vanilla ice cream. I'm hungry, guys.
Because this is for small people.
On the way back from Kampuhan, we had a very good lunch at Varung Angel.
Very good. Gado gado. Tofu. Vegetarian tofu. Very good.
Right after that, we visited the monkey forest. After paying the ticket and checking the warnings, we got in the park. Fun, chaotic, slightly terrifying if you're carrying snacks. They interact with people in their own way.
The 3 monkeys. like you're not there. High five.
It's not allowed.
The next morning we rented the scooter.
Morning again. Do you need from us? Got money? Jedziemy na skuterze, jedziemy na skuterze.
First we needed to fill up the tank in an interesting local way.
Hello. Gasolina? 25? Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Better like that. Yeah. Drogę. Pupamy.
Tegalalang. Destination, the iconic Tegalalang rice terraces. It has been years since I rode a scooter, let alone driving one on the left side of the road, so I had to repeat the thought like a mantra. After a few minutes I got the hang of it, and we continued to our destination.
Woo! Hello, lady. We are beginners.
We rode through beautiful landscape with rice terraces and busy villages.
And of course, since we are in Bali and in Ubud, we came to maybe the most iconic place, Tegalalang rice terraces or Tegalalang rice fields. Before even starting the hike, Barbara did the giant swing thing. That was fun.
I was ashamed.
You were ashamed?
I was ashamed. It looks a little bit like Disneyland, this place. But you've got plenty of spots for Instagram that you can make a picture with the rice terraces.
We're trying to find our way into the rice terraces to follow some path. In the road we bought a ticket. The guy said that we will not have to pay anywhere else. And 2 minutes into the hike, just after the first swing, they wanted more money to cross the river. Otherwise we had to walk back on the road. And supposedly from now on we will not have to pay somewhere else because we don't cross any village. One pair of shoes destroyed in the waterfalls of East Java, another pair almost destroyed in the rice terraces of Ubud. If you thought there is one or two or three swings over the rice terraces, I'm sorry but you're wrong. All these buildings here and the cafes that you see on the other side of the river have swings. It's a very strange setup here. I mean, it's not trekking. Everywhere there are signs about trekking, but you cannot go far. You can go down for 2 minutes to the river, then come up, or cross to the other side of the river if you pay, and then walk a bit to the other side and then come back. I really don't get it. Maybe I missed something. I didn't expect we will have a long hike like in Philippines, right? From Banaue to Batat, that was very long and beautiful. Through like rice terraces for kilometers and kilometers. Very beautiful spots. You'll take your beautiful Instagram pictures, you'll do a swing, one of the many you will find, and I think it feels like a tourist trap.
Tegalalang is a breathtaking landscape of rice terraces cascading down the valley, offering peaceful walks and stunning views at every turn. Although it's not our cup of tea, I understand why it has become one of the most famous spots in Bali. After leaving the crowded terraces behind, we started driving back towards Ubud.
Last time I rode a scooter was more than 20 years ago. And I'm doing this in Bali again.
To the left.
And it's raining.
The rain soon caught us, forcing us to stop at the small local warung for a snack, which turned out to be the most local experience of the day. Here's the thing, Bali is beautiful, but it's also changing fast. Over-tourism, traffic, noise, pollution, and so much development have turned it into a theme park version of itself. The truth is, most people who say they're traveling to Indonesia actually go to Bali. That's all they know. That's their image of Indonesia. But this country is so much more than that. In a world where travel has become mainstream and even diving with tiger sharks can feel like a tourist cliché, it's getting harder to find truly original experiences. Check the description below for links to our videos from East Java and Raja Ampat to get a small taste of what Indonesia really has to offer. Places like Ubud and Canggu are beautiful, but they are becoming victims of their own popularity. You can find quieter spots in Bali, sure, but for me, it's just not worth the crowds, the prices and the hype. It's a bit like Mykonos in Greece, famous, expensive and overrated, when so many other places offer the same beauty for much less. But if you're already in Bali and looking for a raw, untouched island experience, before it turns into Bali 2.0, we might just have the answer. Coming up next, Nusa Penida, and this one you don't want to skip. The taxi took us to the small port of Kusamba. We got our tickets at the Ganja booth, and with our badges on, we boarded the boat.
Nusa.
Thank you. After a short ride, we got off at Sampala. Immediately, we rented a scooter for the next 2 days. For the right price, of course.
Today 100,
For 2 days.
today 200. How much you want?
150.
Hello.
Around, yeah. Good.
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 Yeah.
Good morning, Kalimera. Welcome from Nusa Penida. We got a deal immediately for a scooter for 150,000, which is like €9 for 2 days. We added some gasolina, right?
Yes.
1.5 liter, 20,000 more. And now we are going to our hotel to leave our things and start exploring this island for 2 days. Thank you. We got to our room in Nusa Penida. Of all the rooms we stayed so far, probably this is the best.
Where are we going?
Tembelling Beach.
We're going to Tembelling swimming pool. And I think it's worst road ever.
The road started out normal, but soon turned into one of the sketchiest paths we've ever taken. When we reached the bottom, we went through the little tunnel to the right. Beautiful spot, but not our luckiest one. That's where we lost our second drone. The first one didn't survive this Java. After that crazy ride, getting to Tembelling felt like a reward. A hidden little cove surrounded by cliffs with a few natural pools where you can cool off.
At Tembelling Beach, the very first point that we came to visit in Nusa Penida, we lost our second avatar. The first one was near Koban Street in East Java.
A short ride away is Kelingking Beach.
How are you, mister?
Very well.
那个要涂的没用吗？
Kelingking Beach is Nusa Penida's most famous view, and it's easy to see why. The view from above is breathtaking, but also packed with visitors. The path down is steep and tricky, and under the heat and humidity, the climb back up feels endless. Still, when you finally reach the top, it's hard not to be amazed by just how wild and beautiful this place really is.
The view is amazing. It reminds me actually a lot of shipwreck in Zakynthos. The crowds are the same, the view is breathtaking, a lot of people trying to get a picture, but this is an amazing place. That was some workout.
Once we made it back up, we jumped on the scooter again and rode west. Next stop, Broken Beach and Angel's Billabong, two of the island's most famous landmarks. Broken Beach and Angel's Billabong sit side by side on Nusa Penida's wild west coast. A natural arch, turquoise pools, and waves crashing against the cliffs. It's one of the island's most dramatic views.
Very warm day. I really enjoy this, and I needed it. And this is just 10,000 IDR, it's like 60 cents, and it's huge.
Angel's Billabong looks calm and inviting. But it can be extremely dangerous. Powerful waves often hit the rocks without warning, and sadly, several people have lost their lives trying to swim here. The next day, we rode east to Diamond Beach, one of the most photogenic spots on Nusa Penida. From the top, the view is unreal. Bright turquoise water, white cliffs, and the beach way down below.
We got to the beautiful Diamond Beach with the stairs that you see in all the videos and the pictures, and the beautiful view and the waterfall colors, and two mantas that we can see right now. We had to pay like how much? 55 in total for two people and one scooter. Okay, you pay an entrance for everything here. It's not expensive. In some places like 10,000 per person, other places 5,000 per person.
The stairs curved into the rock look dramatic, but they're not too bad.
What a surprise, they have a swing here.
And of course, there is a swing, even down here at Diamond Beach. No place is too remote for Instagram.
Cold, yeah, very cold.
Go! 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 Waiting for the wave after this one.
High five!
Going down was fun. Once you're at the beach, it's incredibly beautiful, but also deceptive. Strong waves and powerful currents make swimming here risky, so make sure you stay close to the shore.
That was a crazy, refreshing swim in the Diamond Beach. Now we have the stairs up, but I think it's gonna be fun. It doesn't look so high like Kelingking Beach, but it's worth every step. One of the most beautiful beaches I've seen in my life.
After climbing back up from Diamond Beach, we explored the famous viewpoints along the cliffs. Each offers a slightly different angle of the beach and the coastline, all equally stunning. But it's good to know that at almost every spot, you have to pay a small fee just to take a photo. The views are incredible, but it has become a bit of a business.
How's it called here? Thousand Islands View? Thousand Islands Viewpoint. First we passed Coco Cliff. If you want to take a picture there, it costs 50,000. That's the Thousand Islands Viewpoint. And they just told us that if you want to cross there, yes, it's written there.
Can see it.
Pay 25,000. We continue our exercise where we left it in East Java. All these viewpoints, cliffs, intense exercise. In many places around the Thousand Islands Viewpoint, they are building huge hotels. A lot of things going on. I don't know if this place will be the same after a couple of years. I understand that in a touristic destination like this, everybody's trying to make money everywhere. But also, the locals are very nice, very polite, very helpful. Right now we stopped for lunch. Our phone was very low on battery, and we asked the people around here, and someone from the next shop went to his house and came back 5 minutes later for the charger. Very nice of him. So, next stop, Teletubbies Hills. Barbara says reminds her of Chocolate Hills in Bohol, in the Philippines. I don't know if this is the viewpoint or if you can hike around. Probably not your average Instagram location, but okay. If you're coming to Nusa Penida for a day or two, everybody more or less is going to the same places, right? Now we stop to the Teletubbies Hills, and the place is full with the wristbands they give to Diamond Beach. Garbage is everywhere. Wherever we went, the busier the place, the more the garbage. So people go to Diamond Beach, then they come to Teletubbies Hills, they take off the wristband and they throw it here. If you want to order a coconut in a varung and they don't have at that moment, don't worry, they will get one for you. Is it fresh?
It couldn't be fresher. It's just cut from the tree.
Our next stop was Guyangan Waterfall, a spectacular spot built right into the cliffs with a steep blue staircase leading all the way down to the ocean. The view alone is worth the effort. It's one of the most dramatic places in Nusa Penida.
What's the name of this waterfall?
Before entering though, we got kind of scammed into renting sarongs. Supposedly because there is a temple on the way, but it was pretty clear that it was just a way to make some extra money from visitors.
Where was this temple, by the way?
I think it was here. So, steep stairs, and I'm wearing my sarong. 15,000 for the sarong. I'm not in my best shape in Indonesia trip. I don't know what's happening. I destroyed so far a pair of flip-flops, 2 pairs of shoes, 2 drones. I forgot to take extra batteries for the camera. That's why now we're talking on GoPro. Something is off. And of course, one more place you visit in Nusa Penida that requires some effort. We're going down to the cave and then we will have to climb up again the very steep stairs. But the view is already amazing. And the staircase is interesting. These stairs are really steep. Ooh. Let's go to the bathing area. This is impressive. This is crazy. Of all the spots that we wanted to visit, apart from the very famous ones, I think this is the best, if not the most unique and strange of all.
Yeah, you want to be in the bottom one.
I want my mojito. Very cool.
remember the name of this cave. It will be written down below, but it's a very, very cool place. This is the last place we visit on Nusa Penida. Tomorrow morning we're leaving, and it couldn't be a better finish. We didn't expect much from this place. We just want to see one more place before we go, and it is really amazing. But as I said, for every place you visit in Nusa Penida, including this one, now there is some serious exercise to go back to the scooter. Bali was a mix of emotions. Breathtaking landscapes, but also overwhelming crowds and a sense that the island has lost a bit of its soul to tourism. Still, there's no denying the beauty we found, from the rice terraces of Ubud to the raw untouched cliffs and beaches of Nusa Penida. Indonesia has so much more to offer beyond the usual spots, and I hope this video inspires you to explore a little deeper. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like, subscribe and check out my other videos from Indonesia linked below. Thank you for watching, see you next time.